Alright, this is the 4th war of Season 7 for Loki. We are facing J11, a very good alliance. You see I'm starting here on node 36. That is because I am on backup this war. This is the Bleed, Breakthrough, Stun Immune, Rolling Thunder node, and this is a rank 5 skill champ, which ends up being a Korg. Now the placement's decent in the sense that Rolling Thunder increases special attack damage 10% for every 10 seconds that passes. So if this fight were to go deep and you were trying to evade his SB1 and messed up, the damage can start ramping up pretty significantly. But you'll see in this fight, what I'm going to do is a lot of 4-hit and then turtle right into the block. And that's because the AI has a strong tendency to either go right into their heavy attack or combo into you and not throw a special, so it makes it pretty easy to push him to his second special and not worry about his SB1. I'm pretty confident in dealing with his SB1. I can do it, fairly regularly without issue, but just in case of any mess ups with the special attack damage ramping up over the fight, I just took the approach of doing 4 hits, turtle into the block when I'm pushing him over a bar power. That way I could get to the SB2. So in the end, Omega Red, keep them spore counts up. Very easy fight for him. Next up, I will be moving over to the Node 48 mini-boss. It is a rank 4 Agent Venom. I'm going to be taking this with my OG Vision. I did not have suicides on for Omega for that last fight as well. Just because I knew I'd be taking this with OG Vision. But that node had a bleed on it, which, that when you have a bleed on Omega, that helps ramp him up and make him an even better attacker. So really didn't need the suicides for it. Yeah, here we got the rank 4 Agent Venom on the Node 48 mini, which is the Plague Mind with a kinetic reactor, 10% limber. Limber really doesn't even play a factor in with this Agent Venom, because I'm really not going to work the parries, just going to bait the heavies. Do that OGV life, keep his power drained, not really worry about his power at all throughout the fight, not worry about the kinetic reactor. This fight was a bit laggy. I don't know how well you can see some of the choppy bits throughout it, but yeah, I don't know, like, seems like anytime I do multiple war attacks, I start to get lag. Even sometimes restarting the game, I get lag. But nothing too bad really, just a little bit of frame skippage that occurred in the fight. Easy fight in the end, really. Just bait the heavies. Yeah, right there, couldn't slip out of the SB1. I don't know if that was lag or just me being bad. But yeah, bait the heavies. Slip the specials, punish him when, you're not having his power drain. Nothing too bad for OGV in the end. So yeah, that was Node 48, rank 4, Agent Venom. Now next up, I will be taking the final boss, which is a rank 5 Morningstar. I don't know if you noticed, in the previous 2 fights I had a combat regen boost going, which in hindsight I would have just used on this fight. But I didn't know if I was taking this boss or not prior, and I had a combat regen in the overflow, so I just popped that to make sure I used it and didn't have it expire. Gonna toss on a couple of these small mutant boosts here, figure what the hell, I rarely ever use them, might as well toss on a couple for this fight. Never actually done a Morningstar with Omega. So this was the first time. This was a really tight war too. I was kind of jittery going into this. You'll see it right here coming up. Go to beta heavy here, and I just released my block. Like, my thumb kind of got a little fidgety while holding the block. I wasn't firmly planted in holding the block, and apparently dropped my guard. So right out the gate, not a great start. And I'm thinking, oh man, like what the hell just happened? But I did a couple duels, and it seemed like baiting her heavy was, you could punish with Omega's heavy to put the degen on and keep the spore count going. So I'm going to try to do that as much as I can in the fight, keep the spore count up. Really just going to try and deal with baiting her SB1. Not that I find the SB2 hard, but you know, if you did happen to mess it up, it could hurt you pretty bad. I just find the SB1 to be pretty much foolproof, like really not much chance of messing that up. You're gonna see coming up here soon, might even be right here. Oh no, must be next. Get that SB1 out of her, fight's going good. Just about got her down, about a minute 20 in. And then, do I get one more? Yeah, I get one more SB1 out of her here. And then right here, apparently the spacing isn't always good on punishing her heavy with a heavy, so it left me a little bit out of the zone to which you could connect with it apparently, and I ended up eating an SB1. So that's something to learn from for the future. I just thought it was pretty much a guarantee. Having never done this fight before, I didn't really know that was a possibility. But in the end, yeah, a couple mistakes, but all in all, pretty solid, pretty easy fight for Omega with her constantly applying bleeds on him. And we got the solo on the Morningstar. We did end up taking the win on J11. It was a very tight war the whole way through, so hats off to them. Great job on the war, and thanks for watching.